Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are doing a showcase for the free-to-play AGL Vados, who is a support unit for the Universe 6 category. Obviously we've had tons of new units and new awakenings to try and get through, so I haven't done any of the awakenings for any of the free-to-play units that came from the new story event. I was discussing this on, I think it was a stream recently with somebody, but obviously because you guys know I'm a bit of a whale, always go in for the new units, and I'm constantly running out of orbs because I like to put orbs in pretty much anyone that I'm doing for a video. So because of that, I don't put orbs into free-to-play units unless I think they are absolutely worth it. And so because of that, if a story event comes out with a couple of free-to-play units and I don't think any of them are worth the orbs, I won't do showcase videos for them, because I don't really see the point of showing them off unless they are rainbow, so you can see just how good they are. Because obviously, you know, free-to-play units, they're the easiest units in the game to rainbow, because you can fully farm them up and then you just have to actually use the orbs. So I've seen quite a few posts recently asking about the ways to build these new units from the free-to-play event, and if any of them are actually worth it. So I thought I would do a showcase for the Vados, just because out of the 4 free-to-play units, she is the only one that I rainbowed. On paper, the Namekians are quite good, but unfortunately, they only really work on, I mean, they can be good on a Universe 6 team, but they're kind of designed for the Namekian team, which is still really bad. Like, and I mean, we can always argue, even when the physical Piccolo comes out, the team is not actually that great, but that will be a video for further in the future when Piccolo comes out, I imagine. So, the Champa, I mean, he's not terrible, he's just kind of like a weaker baby version of this summonable one, obviously pre-awakening, because this one is now a support unit as well. The hit is actually okay as well, for free-to-play players, with his stun chance, decent little attack raise, and he does have a small percentage built-in dodge chance, so he's probably quite useful if you are free-to-play. But again, for me, I have all of the summonable hits in the game, and the World Tournament one, who I guess he technically would be classed as free to play. So aside from farming up their super attacks, I have not yet farmed up the physical hit. So let's talk about Vados. So here she is getting an additional super attack. Her super attack animation is pretty cool. It's not just a standard Whis. Like, I know a couple of the other Whis just have the like finger beam type super. But Vados is very, very good for a couple of reasons, and it kind of ties into what I was talking about with the Hellfighter 17 that we just got for the World Tournament reward. And one of the reasons why she is so good is she's obviously probably the best support unit for Universe 6 outside of the Champa. Let me just double check what his summonable, what his support passive is. Obviously he is a summonable unit. Yeah, he gives 2 key, attack and defense 40%. So Vados gives 2 key, attack and defense 30%, which is still very solid for a support unit, especially considering she is free to play. But the thing that makes her so useful, and why I immediately farmed her up so I could start using her on my Universe 6 team, is because she has a high chance to evade enemy attacks. So she has a built-in 50% chance to dodge. So even with no dupes, as soon as you get one copy of her, you could put her on your team and you get that support buff with a 50% chance for her to take no damage. And then the other nice thing as well, again, she's actually very similar to the Hellfighter 17 now that I'm going through all of her stats, because her super attack, she does supreme damage and she lowers attack. So, I mean, I'm essentially going to be reiterating a lot of the points from that Hellfighter 17 video if you haven't seen it, but a support unit that has a built-in chance to not take damage, when support units are generally going to be the units on your team that take the most damage, is very, very useful. And then of course the fact that she has a built-in chance to, she has a built-in attack lowering mechanic on her super attack. So obviously her best link partner on the Universe 6 team is Champa. Now obviously they are both support units, so you're never actually going to run this rotation in a normal event you're going to have both of them floating in the final spot to get that support passive. But obviously, just because we want to show her off here, I thought we might as well have her with her best link partner. Obviously, just over 600,000 attack stat, she is only a support unit, but she's lowered attack and then she dodged. So, I mean, double digit damage and then 0 damage. Attack lowering is super important. I mention it all the time in the Super Battle Road videos. If you're attempting to do like no item Super Battle Road runs, then attack lowering units are incredibly useful. Unfortunately, because they pretty much all have the Tournament of Power 3-key link, it's going to be very difficult to avoid supers. But hopefully, because Gohard's defense is good, he's got pretty decent damage mitigation. Hopefully we won't just take him out in this one turn here. So the reason I jumped into Boss Rush 8 is I've been doing quite a lot of videos on Boss Rush 9 because it is the long Super Boo event. I'm sure most people don't really care that we're fighting the same enemy each time. It's just a good event to showcase units that need a bit of a longer build up or have transformations. But I made sure to check this future Gohan is able to be attack lowered all the way through the event. Plus, yeah, it's something a little bit different rather than doing it Super Boo again. Although, look at that. Despite how good... So when this event first came out, whilst it was obviously never considered difficult, his damage mitigation in the final stage was pretty decent. And, yeah, we did a huge amount of damage to him in that one turn. And now we also have Kale on rotation, who is also a support unit. So, yeah, 636. Okay. Oh, actually, no way, of course. KO is a support unit for Universe Survival Saga category enemies. And one thing to be very aware of is both the Vados and the Champa are not in the Universe Survival Saga category. Because both of their cards are taken from the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. And, of course, they did not take part in the Tournament of Power. So they are not in that category, just like the Beeruses and Whis as well, which... is something to bear in mind. So, in terms of links, she has the Innocence, Brainiacs, Rival Duo, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Godly Power, and of course Shattering the Limit, because she's a free-to-play TUR that awakens with story event medals. Funnily enough, using that Best Link Partner site that I did a video on a little while ago, it's quite a while now. If you want to find it, probably best to, you can use the search feature to search on the channel. Just search for like best link or something and it will come up. But funnily enough, the best link partners for Vados are all not on the Universe 6 team. I guess the reason for that is because the Champa is a unit that awakened with the hit medals, so he has Fierce Battle, whereas of course Vados has Shattering the Limit. So to be fair, they share 3 links. The units that share 4 links with her pretty much are mostly the same links that she shares with Champa, but they also have Shattering the Limit. So obviously on most teams, especially because she's only going to be in the last slot as a support unit, and part of her support passive is that she gives key, you don't really need to worry about giving her that extra 2 key link. You're probably not going to struggle to super attack with her. But basically the Int Whis, the Tech Whis, the AGL Beerus in the World Tournament, Int Beerus, Gawasu and Zamasu. Strangely enough, Seedless as well is on the 4 links list. Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, and yeah, Shattering the Limit. Weirus, Innocence, Brainiac, Shocking Speed, Godly Power. So there's a good mix of units that share links with her. Although unfortunately, because her passive is completely geared towards Universe 6, you're probably not going to use her on a, say, Realm of Gods team, for example. I mean, I guess you could make an argument for using her because she lowers attack and has a built-in chance to dodge, but she's a support unit, so you're going to be using her mostly for that. So here she is dodging the super attack. We're going to get the Dokkan attack with her, which is kind of a funny way to round things out here. Obviously she's not going to do huge damage, but hey, why not, right? So we got Champa on the rotation, still with that 636,000 attack stat, and she probably will still take out Goku though, at least because she has the type advantage. So Could she do 1,000,000 damage, maybe? Well, not far off, so not bad showing for Vados. And shout out to my homie Mr. Garkaz, who you might recognise from streams and stuff. I don't know a lot of people that have Vados at the top of their list of Dragon Ball waifus, but he does, so clearly a man of culture. So this is how I built her. I've discussed this before with units that do these kind of things. Because she has a built-in 50% chance to dodge, giving her like 3 dodge is I guess not the wave, but I gave her 9 dodge and 17 additional. I mean, I guess I could have gone for 20 additional, but the 9 dodge is kind of like a safety net for that 50% if it doesn't trigger, because they are calculated separately, they don't stack. So, I mean, I could see an argument for 20 additional. I didn't bother giving her any crit because she's never really going to do significant damage. That's not what you're going to use her for. So, 20 additional, 6 dodge would be perfectly fine. I gave her 17 and 9 just because of kind of like a little bit of extra insurance, even though it is really only that extra, like, 3% chance. But I think there's no point giving her crits. You want to maximize additional for the attack lowering. And then, yeah, you don't want to go full dodge because she already has that 50%. It's just nice to have a little bit of a safety net. So let me know what you think down below. Have you farmed up all of the free-to-play units from the event? Did you put orbs into any of them? How have you used them so far? I definitely think she is the most useful out of the bunch, especially if you have hit or the Awakened Champa and like to run a Universe 6 team. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.